So it is March 6th, 2022, and this is round 5 of making more vegan apple turnovers. Okay. Yeah, the previous video, when I was, for some reason, I hit the stop button when I was washing the utensil here. I know it's called a fork. Okie dokie, let's not get so weird while I'm recording here. Okay, here we go. It's enough. There's enough apple for that one. This one, I mean. It's good stuff. Look at this. Today I got it above room temperature pretty well, like better than usual. The last few times I had it on the stove when I was baking the apples, and it turned out to be working better. It's okay, the little extra coconut oil got in there today because sometimes I have extra phyllo pie crust here. And I like to, add some of that liquid on top of what's already rolled up. And then before I add extra layers of the phyllo around it. Okay. Some of these I'm just going to rotate for a bit in there. So they're a bit dry on one side. Okay, good. Good. Okay, good. Great. So, there's 3 large gala apples. I don't know if they're bigger than usual today, but it looks like there was more of a, more apples matter. More apple matter there than usual with only quantity of 3 apples. So, I mean, not sure if I'll be able to, if I'm going to make 5 as usual. Usually I only have enough for 5. Okay. Oh, yeah, look at this. Sometimes I have to go like that just to get the sheet out. It's good. It's good quality. I think it's $3 a box. Yeah, it's $3 a box. Usually where I purchase them, I think. Bridget, how much is the phyllo usually? 3?
7 something.
That's if you get 2 of them.
No, it's 1.
Oh yeah, 1? Oh, okay. And it makes a total of 10 apple turnovers doing this method because this was one of the 2 sets of phyllo that comes with per box. So basically, this is like $3 worth of phyllo. Yeah, that I'm working with here. $3.50, around there.
Well, I'm sending it to Sean.
So, this is round 5. It's extra. Okay, turkey. Oh, here you go. Doing pretty good today. I had a bad start though. I got upset when all that coconut oil went in there. It's like, oh man, like, but whatever. It didn't bother me too much because I actually like a different brand of coconut oil than I've been using. Because last night I had a bit more acid reflux than usual with the same recipe that I would normally make. Um, just the Usually I have better luck with coconut oil being added to a recipe where it would actually reduce any acid reflux from happening. I had like some last night, so it was like indigestion. Anyways, also depends on whether depends on the recipe. I may be able to get away with the coconut oil with this recipe, for instance, and not have it. And it'd be the same as like if I used a different brand of coconut oil where I wouldn't have that same issue as I had last night with that other recipe I made last night. So it's the only way I could describe it. I was laughing because I just finished listening to that John Lennon track on Mrs. Robinson, that. And I just think it's like one of those movies, okay, there's this thing during the 90s, that decade, where there would be like someone like me at home, living at home with their immediate family that they were born and raised in, and they're adults and they're making something like this, or like it's one of those type of. I thought it was kind of funny. 20 years ago, I wouldn't have thought it was funny. I've been like, oh god, there's a lot of people like that too, still, obviously, but yeah, I mean, I'm okay temporarily being, living like this. Obviously, it's not that bad, but what I mean. I just think it's a little. I got the humor, but some people may not. You know what I mean? But I'm at least demonstrating that it's almost like, okay, because it was really bad 20 years ago. You see what I'm saying? So I'm saying that there's an issue with the conventional way of handling things, and I'm showing a way, another method that, okay, here, some people can't eat this brand. I don't know if they do make a gluten-free variety, but some people would be actually required to eat gluten-free to not have the symptoms. Whereas I'm okay with the gluten, but I'm not okay with other things that are like, if it contains BCM7 casein, I may have an issue with that. Obviously, I do. And other animal proteins that I now exclude for the past 18, 19 years now, I've been, clear from, let's say, the fogginess, the decision-making issues of back then, years ago. So. Whereas some people, they wouldn't be able to eat this product. They wouldn't be able to use a product like this because it's gluten. You see what I'm saying? Eventually, maybe one day I may have an issue with this specific product because a lot of things that are made with Vita Wheat gluten, I can't eat. I can't even digest it really anymore. I may have celiac disease or something, but if, there may be, another form of gluten intolerance that may develop over time from that too. But I have like lived through something really, really bad 20 years ago. So I would be able to say to myself, okay, I better switch to more gluten-free things. I know then I'd see the difference, obviously. Maybe they do make gluten-free phyllo. I know that there may be some ways to figure out how to make it homemade. You know, some people may be required to do that. When I first started out as a vegan, there wasn't too many vegan options in the grocery store. There's Tofutti non-dairy cheese slices when I first started out, but sometimes not all stores carried it, or I wanted to learn how to make my own homemade non-dairy cheese and stuff, where that becomes handy. Now, some people may still be required to make their phyllo homemade, and it would have to be gluten-free for them. It's possible. It wouldn't be like this probably, though. I don't know. Maybe there's some method out there. That the video clip from that I reference off YouTube or link onto my Facebook page regarding the episodes where they show clips of where the father of Family Guy is like on some type of substance or whatever, and I bookmarked one area of the video clip where he's like, I think I can do anything. I can do even this if I want to. That's the way BCM7 behaves when it crosses the blood-brain barrier of someone like me, where it's like the things that it was hard to come across something. I just got lucky when I came across that, because I was trying to explain that's like the phenomenon that I was or the symptom that I having before 20 years ago. That's not as bad. That's not as bad as the other more severe HPPD symptoms. That would be it could technically fall under HPPD because that only began happening. My sensitivity to, let's say, BCM7, casein, and casomorphins only became apparent to me after I made the switch to veganism, but it was only really an issue after I got over hallucinogenic persisting perceptual disorder for 7 months after the age of 18. Into 2 years, I wasn't a vegan. For 2 years after that, I tried vegetarianism the year before I became a vegan. That would have been, let's say, 19 years ago. Whereas I'm measuring veganism 18 years ago to 19 years ago. Okay, so. Oh, man. Okay, this is 5 that I'm making. So, I can make 6 today. Look at that. I'll be able to see if I can make 6 of these. Some people who want to like follow through with, let's say, a procedure. Let's say it's part of their work, right? But let's say it goes beyond logical reasoning to follow through with some things in general. But the ones that have a difficult time seeing that way, chances are they have a BCM7 issue. That's the way it's like, I think I can do anything. They'll actually, they'll actually possibly want to follow through with something that they would perceive as desirable, but they don't understand the consequences that they're aware that there'd be consequences if they get in trouble, but they think they're invincible. That's like that they'll always get away with, but you never know. So